everybody. So I was a bit kind of stuck for ideas for videos this week because I kind of missed my Friday upload day and things have been happening, and I felt like doing updates would be a bit boring again. So I just thought I was going to review a film. So this is going to be the next episode of Hattie Reviews. It will not count as one of my uni series videos, so that'll probably come next week. So the film I'm going to be reviewing in this echoey kitchen it's called WITCHFINDER General, and its alternate title was The Conqueror Worm, which is weird because there's no worms in the story, so I don't know why they called it that, but never mind. And it's basically the story of the Witchfinder General, played by Vincent Price. He hunts down witches, and Ian Ogilvy's Richard Marshall has to try and protect his fiancée Sarah, played by Hilary Heath, and it's very good. It's a good film. I saw it probably about this time last year, probably, and I was quite surprised because I'm not a big fan of B movies, and I suppose this could be described as a B movie. And it was surprisingly good for a film. Yeah, it felt like everything, fitted together well in the story. The narrative was good, and it was also based around. Matthew Hopkins, who is a witchfinder, was actually a real person, and it definitely puts across the feeling of superstition, which is probably around in the 1640s when the witch hunts were going on, and the sort of descent into madness of all the characters, like the witchfinder, going around and being horrific, and then there's Richard Marshall, who becomes very dark and evil, and he wants to try and avenge the death of Sarah's uncle. And then there's obviously Sarah. She ends up becoming a pawn in the game of Matthew Hopkins because she thought that she'd protect her uncle from the Witchfinder General's grasp. And yeah, I probably mentioned it was on in 1968, so it was like the prime time for B movies and horror and stuff. And it was done probably on a very limited budget, probably as little budget as they probably could do for the time. And it definitely feels as if they used the budget what the budget they had to its full potential. It feels very bleak. It feels very sparse. You don't really. There's no flashy gimmick with the film, but yeah, it was generally a really horrific film. I've heard some people don't like the ending, and I actually generally felt it was quite scary because it was so horrific and stuff happened, and it should have been a salvation for all the characters involved, but it wasn't. It kind of just made things worse. It is a super film. It definitely puts across a lot about the representation of women. And it's kind of like quite freaky how it all kind of just gets, as I said, darker and darker and darker, and then everyone's, and it's a very short film. It's only about 78 minutes long, which is very short for a film in general, because, with most films that's literally like the build-up to the bigger picture, but this is just, it does it well. It lasts like half an hour is like the main meaty stuff of the film, the narrative, and it's just a good film, overall. And Vincent Price was super. He was an amazing actor in his career. That voice. It's just a really good film overall, and I just wish I could have something like flashy here to kind of like, because it's quite a simple plot, but it's very expertly put across. You kind of just know that even beyond the narrative, the characters aren't going to fare very well because, shit's going down, as it were. And it just feels, very atmospheric. Most like B movies, and there's a lot of screaming and blood, and it just feels a bit like pointless, and you just feel a bit like tired of it. But this one, it was genuinely, I genuinely felt scared at the end. I just, ultimately recommend the film. It's a good, as I said, it's 100 times, it's a good film. Hilary Heath is very good. You kind of I could tell that she probably would have ended up, she was going to end up, as quite an ill-fated character, and I was right. It was interesting because, as I said, it's the expectation that he would have that everyone, you know, would have got salvation because of after what happened at the end of the film, and of course that didn't happen. What do you think of the film? Have you seen Witchfinder General? Would you see it? Have you seen any similar films about like witchfinders and murder and stuff? Put it down below, and I will reply. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye!